This is Gary Atensi with CNTV, and today we're out on location with A-Class Auto Detailing. Since 2012, they have been coming to your home or office with the best in mobile detailing. I'm here with the owner, Michael. Thanks for joining us so much, Mike. Let me ask you this. 2012, you began this company particularly here, but honestly, this has been a passion for years back since you were 7 years old.
Yes.
We're talking about auto detailing, learning about it. By the age of 14, you had your own car that you basically transformed from an eyesore probably into something quite beautiful, and you've done this quite a few years professionally. You're now located here to Denver. Tell me how it is you got involved in this industry.
I got involved in this industry by means of, I used to manage restaurants, and I used to keep the cleanest restaurants, and and I was managing restaurants and doing my detailing part-time and about 20 hours a week managing and looking at the pay, and it was equal for what I was doing for 20 hours doing for myself. I was working 55 hours for another company, and it just didn't make sense.
Absolutely. So you decided basically this something you had going on the side here
Yes.
looked like something not only more lucrative for yourself, but also something that probably a little bit more rewarding for you as well.
Yes, absolutely.
Let me ask you this. Obviously, folks, we spend a lot of time in our cars, in our automobiles. Many would say that it's almost our second home. Is this kind of be the case with folks that you work with?
Yes, it is. I have a lot of clients that spend a lot of time in their cars, and they just want it nice, and they don't have time to keep up with it. That's where I come in.
Yeah, absolutely. I know for myself, quite honestly, a clean car that I get into every day almost affects my attitude. It almost makes for a better day for myself. Is that what you find as well?
Absolutely. I tend to be the image consultant, so basically, when a high-powered exec, they need to have their image, presented correctly. And so, I help them with that.
That is very true. Auto detailing. We're talking about, this is beyond washing. This is beyond what you can get at the corner place there where you get a wash and a vacuum. We're talking about a thorough cleaning. Share with me, let's go inside of the automobile here a little bit and talk about some of the areas here. Let's talk about, first of all, carpet inside of a car, be it a truck or an SUV. Is that something you guys take care of?
Yes, we do that. We do extensive cleaning of carpets and upholstery.
And upholstery as well. Depending on the type of upholstery, we're talking about leather upholstery, cloth upholstery. Are these all areas that you guys are able to go in and make look great?
Absolutely, absolutely. We do.
All the above?
Yes.
Let me talk about, we've talking about areas in our car that a lot of times I bet we don't even realize get dirty, and you guys realize it more than anybody. We're talking about areas that need force air cleaned out, debris cleaned out. We're talking about dashboards as well as your consoles. Are these all places that you guys get down and dirty with?
Absolutely. We use forced air to clean out and dislodge debris from between the seats and around the seats and the steering wheel, and there's a lot of nooks and crannies that people aren't aware of, and like the backside of a steering wheel is loaded with hand grease and build up residue, and so we clean those things, and people are like, wow, it's always a wow.
The wow factor has to be pretty important in your industry. As we move to the outside of the car, we're talking about complete exterior on the outside. We're talking even inside the door jambs. We're talking about places that a lot of people don't even think about. We're talking about in the trunk there as well as the hood. These are places that collect debris, collect leaves, and are not very good for the car.
Yes, absolutely. Years ago, my brother-in-law was a founding member of the nationally known Gaithersburg Corvette Club, and I helped him prepare for this show, and he got penalized for the inside of the door underneath, and I spent a lot of time making sure under those door sills are taken care of properly. There are things that people are not aware of that, to the naked eye, I could be blind and see it. It's just because I'm just, so in tune with, what the ins and outs and what to do with a car.
I've always said a professional sees what other people don't see,
Exactly.
and that really is what the case is. One of the things that I see a lot when I even gas up at my at the local gas station there is, here in Denver we got a lot of road work going on all the time.
Yes.
What about road tar, even bug work on the front there? Front of the car takes quite a beating.
Yes, it does, and we pay special attention to that. and we're very careful to make sure that bugs and tar are taken care of on a regular basis. We have maintenance customers that we take care of things on a regular routine basis, so we know where the driving habits of the client, and we're able to address those needs accordingly.
How important is a hand wax, and how often to really keep up and preserve an automobile, and what kind of product do you guys use when you do that?
Hand wax is very important, and that varies depending upon the driving condition of the client. There's some people who are on the road every day and they get a lot of bugs and whatever, so theirs would be more inclined to have a bi-monthly wax. There are some that do quarterly. There's some do minimum should be once or twice a year, depending on how much you drive. And if the wax is set properly, a lot of people are not aware that if you set the wax, and there's a way to harden it to make it last longer. And so. That's, again, another skill that I've learned and developed. I don't have to, put coatings on cars, and I don't have to do special paint sealants and all that. A good wax, if it's used properly, can last you for a long time. Yes.
Fantastic. And obviously the last part of the car there that everybody sees and makes a big difference are the wheels. We're talking about complete trim on the wheels. Is this something you guys have to get in there with a fine brush, I would imagine, and make sure it's shiny?
We do have extensive brushes and equipment to get inside the wheel to clean, where a lot of companies don't do that. And that's just one of my standards that people come to expect it. When they look and they see, wow, you clean inside the wheels. I'm like, duh. Doesn't everybody?
Obviously not, right?
Right.
Viewers, take a look at the bottom of the screen right there. What you're going to see is their website. First of all, on the website is their contact information. We're talking about a company that can come right out to you, be it your home or your office. We realize that you get very busy nowadays and you'd love to take your car down to the local auto detailer, but this is the easiest way possible. They're going to come right out to you on location, take care of it right there in your driveway if need be, and make sure that your automobile looks great. And we've talked a lot about automobiles, but I mean, you guys actually get out there and do motorcycles as well. Is that another area?
Yes. My reputation, I come from Maryland, and it was Mike, come get my bike. Harley riders don't want you touching their bike unless they trust you. And the thing is that I have a great love for motorcycles. I'm a rider myself, so I pay attention to things that other people would not. Again.
And not only that, but people trust you with their cars.
Yes.
You understand the value that you're dealing with out there. You're probably surprised there's people out there that never even had their car detailed before. I mean, is it kind of cool when you get somebody like that and you detail their car and they're like the wow factor?
Absolutely. I had a customer call me just yesterday. I've never done this. And I said, let me explain what we do. We wash the exterior, remove the road tar and the bugs, clean the wheels, wheel wells, and the door jambs, polish and wax the exterior, clean and dress the tires, clean the windows. On the inside, we shampoo the carpets and the floor mats, clean the dash, the vents, the console, the buttons, handles, and pockets. We clean the windows, we dress all your vinyl with a low luster vinyl protector. We clean and dress the leather if you have it, and we intend to make you happy.
Intend to make you happy. That's what they've been doing basically here in Denver since 2012. But we're talking about a professional has been doing this for over 25 years. He began this really as a youth at the age 7 with a passion for understanding that really, like my dad used to say, a clean car runs better. And I have a tendency to believe that as well. Once again, that is A-Class Auto Detailing located right here in Denver, Colorado, serving the entire Denver metro area. This is Gary Atensi with CNTV. And if you don't know, now you know.